So you have to understand what exactly it takes to be a marketer. Is it all science? Is it all creativity? Is it a combination of both?
हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम ऑन बोर्ड। बहुत सारे लोग मुझे पूछते हैं सर मुझे मार्केटिंग में एमबीए करनी है, पर ये एआई आ रहा है, चैट जीपीटी आ रहा है, इसके कारण मार्केटिंग इज गोइंग टू बी इन ट्रबल राइट नाउ, वी गोइंग टू लूज जॉब्स। टुडे आई हैव गॉट राजदीप सिंह। हाय सर, वेलकम ऑन बोर्ड।
Hi Sumit, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely fine. It's really honored and privileged to have you on, sir, in associate director at one of the big fours. And the job which you would like to take, he takes care of the brand, the communication and marketing, as well as an associate director. Sir, it's really, really amazing. And he's also an MBA from IBA Bangalore, which is a great business school based out of Bangalore. Sir, you're 2007 graduate, 2008 graduate?
I'm a 2007 graduate.
This is so amazing, so amazing. Sir, nearly 16 plus years now. And how do you feel looking back at your MBA?
So I feel old, definitely. 16 plus years is a lot of time. But yes, I think, got an opportunity to work with a lot of cool brands, do a lot of, good campaigns. So been in marketing from last 16 plus years, worked with mostly tech, IT companies, right? Worked with Oracle, Infosys, HCL Technologies. Also got an opportunity to head marketing for a small startup. And started my career with PR. So I think I've worked with, a lot of different marketing functions in the last 16 years. So I feel really happy that, I've taken risks in life and made those choices so that now I think that, I have decent amount of experience in marketing.
Sir and me were chatting about, sir comes from humble backgrounds of Punjab and then Lucknow. He's a Lucknow boy with a Punjab connection. We'll take this in another podcast. But sir, let's talk about AI, ChatGPT. I am doing my MBA from marketing. I am aiming at IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or SPJain Bombay, or maybe your school at IBA Bangalore. क्या मेरी नौकरी सेफ रहेगी कि ये सब ChatGPT सर ले जाएगा जो बच्चे आज डर रहे हैं?
It's a very, very interesting question. And, it is at this point of time, it is not so easy to answer it, right? But I think we have to understand a few things. One is that, Chat GPT or AI, right, is going to definitely disrupt the market. So disruption jo market mein hona hai for a lot of jobs and also for marketing will happen. And I would say that for a few jobs, it has already happened, right? But it is not that, technology will come and take away your job, or especially for marketing people, you will think that, hey, you will not left with a job. Till the time you are upskilling and reskilling yourself, right? आप अगर वहीं बैठे हैं और आप कुछ नया पढ़ नहीं रहे हैं, you're not learning anything, then 100%, any technology will come and take your job, right? What I think we have to again understand is that AI is going to be an enabler, right, for the marketing people, right? It's going to be your friend. So if you consider AI technology to, be more productive in your marketing role, if you have that kind of a positive mindset and you are also, training yourself as AI is training itself, then you will get a lot of benefit. So I am really excited about the future of AI and marketing.
Super. सर मेरे को तो लगता है कि it's I do my first level of donkey work to be done by ChatGPT. Like if you define an email, send an email to my clients or even my any B school director for an invite. I use that. I give the names and get done, and then I refine it. But at the same time, I feel now after using ChatGPT a lot, मुझे पता चल जाता है ये ChatGPT का लिखा हुआ है कि नहीं लिखा हुआ है. And you're a marketer yourself. I mean, you've spent your life there. Do you think human intervention is going to be there for sure? वो भी पकड़ लेंगे यार ये तो ChatGPT का लिखा हुआ है.
So I think that is a very interesting use case, which is of content generation, right? I know a lot of people who are into communications and, their job is to create content, to write content, to proofread content. So for, the people like, let's say, the content guys, AI has just come as a surprise, right? And, I would say that AI is actually doing a pretty decent job in generating content. And it is not just ChatGPT as a tool, but there are other tools as well. They are doing fantastic job in producing content. And you will see that in next 1 year or 2 years, there are going to be a lot of marketing product, a lot of tech products which will come out, which will help companies and marketers to generate content and generate unique content. But you are right. now what I see is that specifically, is that, if there is a content which comes out of ChatGPT, and if you have an eye for a good content, you'll be able to catch it, right? So when I go and see posts on LinkedIn, there's a typical way they start now, the typical way they end. The challenge is that, the reason it looks artificial is because that's not the original personality, right, of that particular person, right? So if you a habit of, writing, let's say content which is very, very casual, very candid, very basic in nature, and suddenly you start using a lot of, this fancy words, then people would say that, hey, this is artificial
इसको क्या हो गया?
English,
ये तो normal
right?
था
And that's
पहले.
not, yeah, that's not personal. So I think that is where people have to understand.
Yeah.
And forget about this tool, right? You had earlier PR, a lot of these agencies and, really nice, English graduates who used to write good content. And, if companies were, producing thought leadership papers or white papers and was all fancy English, the audience will not be able to relate to it, right?
True.
So the genuine content is still a requirement, and it's going to be interesting to see how AI is able to produce that.
Super. Let's talk about the complete cycle of marketing. Sir, you can correct me. I mean, you're a marketing expert. I'm an information management MBA. I would have with my limited knowledge. So, पहला is content create करना है आपको. Whether it's a video, whether it's a podcast, whether it's an email, or whether it's a blog post or a LinkedIn post or an event, they're all like marketing. I would say the start of the funnels. And then you put them into the digital marketing funnel, which is like an automation piece as well. And the third part is again the conversion, when people actually go and buy and click like buy, and then the amount hits the bank of the seller, right? There are three parts to it. I'm just generalizing it. Let's talk a little bit about the digital marketing piece. Nowadays, a lot of people think like digital marketing is a buzzword, it's going to stay, it's going to be there. Freshers should come into that, they should not come into that. नहीं करना चाहिए digital marketing. It's all about Google AdWords and Facebooks. What's your take on digital marketing, sir?
Well, the digital marketing is going to stay, right? Because if you see that, post-digital revolution, your audience is now moving towards digital, right? And your audience is producing a lot of data. So as a marketer, your job, number one, is to understand your audience consumer behavior. So the first part is obviously to understand what kind of, behavior your audience is showing online. And that's where, if you also want to plug in the AI conversation, is that there is a very important, I would say that, something which I'm excited about, use case, is that how AI will be able to predict, a consumer's online behavior and then, produce personalized recommendations and content, right? Think about, let's say, Amazon. If, I go to buy something on Amazon and Amazon knows my complete history, right?
Yeah.
Online, which they are still, they have a lot of data. But with AI in real time, they will be able to, show me different price variants, show me, the content which I like to read, right? It's going to be much more personalized, right? So I would say that, AI combination with your, when it comes to content marketing is going to be a killer.
Yeah. Sir, but it's going to become too good to be true. Matlab, I'm a Punjabi based in Bombay. Right now my TV shows me Marathi ads. It's going to change to Punjabi ads soon. I'm just waiting for that day to happen when my TV in Maharashtra, in Bombay, starts showing me Punjabi ads. That means the digital marketing has hit the note, But it's too personal. I mean, it can start showing the ads, like how you must have seen the movie called Social Network, how they analyze the data points of the customers, and all my data has been given. And it's like, I think or type a pizza and the pizza is delivered at my doorstep. Such kind of thing, if it's a veg or no. But it sounds a little bit too scary sometimes. Sir, ये बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं हो जाएगा? I mean, you being a director or an associate director of a big four, don't you think so?
I think that is where, the ethics, right, and the value system of the companies also come into the play. And, I was reading a newspaper today and I understand the ChatGPT founder, right, met our Prime Minister of India yesterday, and they were discussing that how we can govern AI, right? So it is not going to harm the normal people, right, the citizens of the country. So I think if a company's value system is ethical, right, then, and you are just collecting data, number one, which is, after having a consent from the, let's say, a person, and you're not exploiting it, right? For, let's say, for your benefit or for the disadvantage of the consumer, then I think it is fine. But you're very right. There is a very thin line in collection of data and how you use it. But I think it is, again, I would like to, if I have to compare this with, I would say that it is like you are a Spider-Man, and with more power comes more responsibility. So companies have to think that they are Spider-Man now, and they have a lot of power, right? And how you're going to use it is up to you. Are you going to be the villain or going to be the hero?
Right, this is so amazing, sir. I think we gonna cross the line somehow. कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मुझे नहीं करना है ए आई वी आई में, मुझे नहीं पढ़ना है, मुझे सीखना पड़ेगा. बट पीपल फोर्स यू कैन बिकम ऑब्सोलीट इफ यू डोंट डू दैट. एवरीवन इज डूइंग इट, यू शुड आल्सो डू दैट. So I think we are all forced into this sometimes. I feel that, and people like you also, sir, you big four guys also publish those papers, and then they say, "Oh, AI is the next big thing. Embrace it or lose it." So, so what's your advice to the students? I mean, how much they need to embrace all these things in their day-to-day life?
I think if someone, or I would, it's not only about students. It's also I would say that my team members in my team, right, or the marketers I know, we all are talking that it is very important for a marketer or someone who wants to get into marketing to upskill and reskill, right? So you have to understand what exactly it takes to be a marketer. Is it all science? Is it all creativity? Is it a combination of both, right? For example, if someone is just working on, say, search engine optimization for a very long time, and you never know that very soon AI comes and takes over the job, right? And you do not have any understanding of fundamentals of marketing. You are not a creative person. You have no communication skills, right? You have no people management. That, then it's going to take away your job because you have not upskilled yourself, right? So I think, it is, I would say that I am very excited. It is an enabler. It is a multiplier for you, for a marketer, how you use AI. People should not be scared at all. It is just that they have to understand that, before you think about digital marketing, B2C marketing, B2B marketing, any kind, or advertising branding, first focus on the fundamentals, right, of marketing. Focus on understanding consumer. Focus on understanding the consumer behavior, right? If your fundamentals are solid, and that is why we have seen that a lot of MBA graduates, they do really well, in the field of marketing, because the reason is that, these folks comes with a good understanding of, your basic fundamentals, right? A lot of people say that, hey, it's all theory, right? But even if you have read a lot of 100 pages and you are able to implement one page somewhere, even after 16 years of your experience, then that's going to be a good value add, right, for you.
Super.
So there is no, need for you to be scared. It's all, good. Yeah.
This is so amazing, sir. We can keep the continuous discussion going on. Boys and girls who are listening to us, do hit on the like button और नीचे comment करके बताइए what's your take on ChatGPT, what's your take on AI, और आपको कौन सा conversation का part सबसे बढ़िया लगा, and I'll see you in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining in, sir. It was lovely having you on board.
Thanks a lot, Sumit.
Take care, sir. Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye. Thank you.